Journal entry, 9th of the month of April, in the year of our Lord, 1067. The foolish Count Herbert of Vermandois, in his hubris, had announced to the world that his riches were safe in the vault of Castle Marl. Of course, we took his invitation to put that assumption to the test. As Guillemette was the most experienced among us in the trade, she would craft the plan of our incursion. After weeks of inconspicuously scoping out the castle, noting the schedule of their guards, and getting a few servants to talk over free drinks in a local tavern, we made our move. Late at night, we approached the postern gate. Guillemette had charmed the stablemaster over a few drinks. I swear, that woman can drink any of us under the table. And we had a waxen imprint of the key to the gate, and a spare. The night guard would pass it about once an hour, less so if he got drunk, which he was wont to do, so we snuck in without trouble. Rimbaud slit the throat of the keep's guard and hid the corpse in a dark corner. The guard's keys got us into the undercroft below, and we picked the lock with some difficulty. The Count's silver was ours, yet the keep had additional riches to offer. We even stole the Count's personal purse from his bedside, while he snored peacefully, and relieved him and his court of as many of the ill-gotten riches as we could carry. Back out we went, through the postern gate, which we locked behind us, such that come morning, they would be none the wiser of how their belongings had vanished. We mustn't dawdle, as surely the Count would raise his troops to scour the city for any unfamiliar faces, so we broke camp that very night, and are well on our way back to Paris, where we shall dispose of the more recognizable items and celebrate our success. So now we have 300 coin to spend from that activity, and there are a few upgrades that we need on the camp that are going to make things better. Mostly we do need the supply tent in order to get the subdued gear, which is going to reduce the trade experience in gallows bait, which means we're not going to be as notorious as we otherwise would be. It gets the Master Thief, which is further improves scheme secrecy and allows us to steal artifacts. So that's definitely something we want to do. We do want the baggage train because that has private tents, which is giving a 25% intrigue lifestyle experience. So that's probably one of the earlier ones, and it's also going to make the schemes faster, which is something that we're doing reasonably quickly. So that would be something we definitely want. And I think it was the Roaring Campfire. Yeah, that has two upgrades that we need. It's got the Juicy Rumors, which gives us 50% extra rewards on criminal contracts, and the Local Hangers On, which gives another 25 monthly lifestyle experience on Intrigue, and speeds up the contract phase as well. So I think we'll start probably out with the Roaring Campfire, just because it has two. So that's 25 points in experience. I think it's the same on the other one. So that has actually two upgrades that are very useful. Whereas I think the other one was the baggage trains. You see, this is 25%. The other one seems to be 25 points. I'm not entirely certain if that's just a typo, but I think the Roaring Campfire is going to be the first one that we want with the Juicy Rumors, and then or actually with the Local Hangers On for the monthly lifestyle experience, 25 or 25%. So right now, okay, so it's 25 points probably. So we got a, which means it stacks nicely with the percentage modifiers actually. So currently we get 30 a month. With that we would get over 50, and then we still got the percentage modifier, so we could get through the intrigue trees rather quickly. Now, I'm not too keen on going down the torturer tree because there's the crime pays for 100% criminal contract rewards. That is actually interesting. So that might be. It would allow us to torture people, so why not? But so that would be definitely one we could go. Other than that, this schemer is potentially interesting because there is we could search for secrets, which would allow us to it's a travel option, which would allow us to dig up secrets as we go that we can potentially use to blackmail people, or we could start abducting people for benefit as well. And obviously schemes themselves useful. And obviously, as you have seen in Bernard's childhood memories, that's a tree that we're going to go down for sure. So for now, we're out to make some coin, and I think the first we will construct is the roaring campfire, which by itself isn't really going to make a difference, but it is because none of these modifiers is particularly helpful, but it's the juicy rumors that I'm after and the local hangers on for 25 monthly experience. So that's probably also going to be the first one we'll do. All right, construct that. And obviously we can't construct another one because we're already building, so that's going to take some time. Now, since we're back in Paris, let's have a quick visit to the castle and see if there's anything in the tavern we could learn I'm still not interested to I'm still not too interested to go down the wit tree because that just gives me diplomacy. There would be plus 5% lifestyle experience, which is nice. So this might be useful later on, but for now I will save my coin. Just listen to a story, and we got exotic learning for some month. Let's see if there's anybody interesting up for recruitment, because obviously we are still short a personal physician. So who do we have? We do have a bit of coin, although I generally try to avoid recruiting people because it's just insanely expensive. We've got Lou. He's all very, he's good with a blade, but we already have somebody who's good with a blade. We've got Setchok, who is a diplomat and a scholar. So that said, he's not particularly, he is of the Ashkenazi faith, and as such rather hostile towards us. And we've got Benoit, who is a bold villain and very good in stewardship. So she would probably be good. How much would 180? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the hiring fees are just insanely expensive. So while her stewardship would be, she would make probably a decent caravan master for that. But we already have that with Maurice, and I do need somebody for a personal physician. So we're not really that interested. Let's see, how are we on supply? With 300 short. We could steal some. At 75 supplies doesn't really make sense. And we might get caught. But it's not that much. Let's see, what do we have else? We could get some transport contracts, so to get some distance between us and the other jobs in the area. So that might be worth getting. Let's grab the transport contracts, and for now we're done here. All right, we still have 2 criminal contracts in the area. A diplomacy scheme, that is not one of my strong points, so probably not going to do the trickster. We could murder somebody. That would pay us 100 coin. And we could... He offers a bountiful reward to Hansen of unimpeachable character and proven experience for delicate, demanding work. So that would be an intrigue scheme. We do at least have 2 people who are pretty good at intrigue. So that may work for us. I would love to have a few more, but that's what we'll have to make do for now. We would gain some provisions, and he would pay 100 coin for that. So we could do that, and then afterwards pick up one of the emissary contracts to move our camp slightly further away after we have gained some notoriety in here. So the Count of Valois wishes to have Jacques removed. He is I'm not sure why. He doesn't seem to have any rivalry, but well, we don't ask why. We get paid and we do away with it. So we will, I think we are going to go with a balanced range, given that we are still very new at this. I might use the auto-invite at some point, but I'm generally more interested in seeing what the people can contribute. So Rimbaud, obviously, and Mathieu are good at being the assassins. Guillaumet could be the infiltrator, and that leaves Maurice with as a lookout. So let's see. So if we get Rimbaud, that gets us up to 70%, and Mathieu, that gets us up to 87%. That said, I am keen to also speed this up because this is again taking forever otherwise. And we're starting out with 2 again, so that's decent. Guillaumet on the lookout, because we're already at 87% success. So that should cut it a bit short. Does it? Oh no, that just affects the secrecy. Okay, we're good on secrecy, I believe. Is it the footpad that cuts it short? Okay, that does cut it short. And the infiltrator, yeah, as well. So, okay, so we got 30 days per phase. We've got 3 phases, so 3 months. That's doable. And we got a 16% chance. So we'll be at 40, 50. So we'll be close there. I think that's a good setup. All right, let's do it. My agents have succeeded in murdering Jacques, a thorn in my side no longer, thank God. The plan worked like a charm. My precious deadly spider was waiting for Jacques in his bed when he retired for the night, silent and ready to strike at the first provocation, and then Jacques moved. Thankfully, though there will always be whispers, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. He has died, and we have gained a hook on the count, and 100 coin and 250 provisions from the whole thing. So your receipt count, I say, dropping the damp bag on Raoul's floor. The sodden fabric tips sideways, exposing the lank tuft of Jacques' hair. You took bring me his head rather too literally, he grunts. Must have been hell to make off with and all. Still a job well done, your pay is with the servant outside. I dip my head respectfully and depart. So we will return once more to Paris, and then we shall probably have to move out from here. Following a sentry, I enter a dimly lit tent next to my pavilion, where a bedraggled trio of locals await me. They look nervous, as though being here were a risk. One of them stands before giving me a truly awful bow. Greetings, your lordship. Name's Yves. Yves. The big lad is Udès, and the other is André. We're here to enlist. We're hard workers, at least within our field, and the way we sees it, you could use some help building up your name and lining your pockets. Oh, so we actually do have gained a bit of a reputation by the looks of it. Yes, we are. Have we reached level? No, we're not yet at level 1 thief, but we have gained a bit in Marauder. And these 3 want to join us. Now I do need more people on the crew, but let's take a look of what they're actually good at. So we've got Yves the Heathen. He is a trickster, and definitely good in diplomacy. We've got Udès the Lion, who is a bit more of a bandit and apparently a complete lunatic. But he's not particularly capable. And we've got André the Stammerer, who is a thief, but with a decent amount of intrigue. Sure, I'll take them on. I could ask them to pay to join, but there's a relatively low chance of that actually going to work. So yeah, we'll take them on. I do need a few more people in the crew. And we'll see if I don't think anybody of them has any aptitude towards being a personal physician, so that's still something we need. I do need a second bodyguard. Do we have somebody? We could get Udès the Lion to be our stooge instead of Mathieu, because, he is a complete lunatic, so that that would make Mathieu somewhat unhappy because we'll remove his position, but also improve. He's really no good at the job. So we'll appoint Udesta Lion instead. There we go. And that leaves the rest of the positions open. But we do have a few more people with us now. So we've got Yves the Heathen, Udesta the Lion, and André the Stammerer. Guillemette the Shy, obviously still my teacher, and the only woman in the camp. But she is not interested in men whatsoever. So, and while she is shy, I'm making sure that the men behave themselves around her. All right, we've got. We could ask, given that we have excelled in our contract against the Count, we could ask him for some coin. 9 coin is probably not worth it. And we would have to spend 100 prestige to make that happen. So for now, we will keep that. To good use. And I think the next station would be to make our way out from these lands, because there seems to be a war breaking out between the Holy Roman Empire and France. So wars are not good for business. People get killed in wars, and England seems to be involved as well. So. We probably want to leave these lands for a bit and see the world. So where does this lead me? I'm gonna have to. This would pay 85. This would pay 84. So it's about the same. So let's see where these. Let's take the better paying one. Let's see where it leads us. This is Eustache of Boulogne. And he would like to go to Pamplona in the county of Navarra, so all the way over into the Andalusian lands. Yeah, why not? We'll see if we can. We should be able to move we're fully stocked on supplies, so we'll move the full camp into the Spanish lands. There is a bit of a plague going on there. But hopefully by the time we get there, that's already gotten better. We can always move on from there if we want to. But it allows us to travel a bit through France and maybe see some of the sights as we make our way south into the Andalusian lands. We'll see where we go from there. I'm sure there's much of the world to be explored, and they might have some work for us down there. So let's travel to Navarra. Let's see if we can pick up a few, if we can customize the route a bit to pick up a few points of interest on the way. There isn't actually an awful lot around here. So there's the Battle of Tours. Do we have enough supply for this? I believe, yeah, we definitely have enough provisions. So I'll customize that a bit to avoid some of the dangers in the woods here, but other than that, yeah, there's not much to pick up in terms of points of interest. But there is quite a bit in the northern Andalusian lands, so we might actually be able to pick these up as well. And thus we break camp and make our move. As I am looking through the market stalls in Versailles, I feel my purse strings cut out. How dare he? Despite my immediate reaction, the thief disappears in the crowd. Only through pure coincidence, one of my guards sees the man as he heads into a back alley. All right, so who do we have here? A young Henri, my friend. Would you, for 2 coin, like to join us? He is a bold villain, and I think he'll fit right in with the group. So let's get him on board. And I come across a woman passing through Versailles. She's welcoming and gives a warm smile as I approach. She is once again somebody who would be interested in be a personal physician, but she is terrible at it. Yeah, I am not interested. I need somebody who actually knows how to do this. So hit the road. Not taking her on. It is a lovely autumn as we pass through the French countryside and make our way make our way away from the battles in the north towards more bountiful contracts in the south. We've passed by the Battle of Tours, gained some martial lifestyle experience, and as we continue through Ruffec, my eyes catches an elaborate decorated tomb amidst a network of common graves. The tomb appears to be cracked open, and just within its mouth I see the glimmer of some unknown treasure. Well, none but my party appear to be around, and surely whomever once owned the contents of this tomb would not cast judgment on me for taking what would go otherwise unused. Well, if I don't take it, the next one, I'm sure nobody would notice. So we should be getting 50 coin out of that. And there we go. We pilfer some graves uninterrupted. It seems that our caravan has become a little lost in these foreign lands. Maurice has been trailing us around Saint-Junien for hours, and thought he had at least swallowed his pride and asked for directions. He does not appear to be an expert in the local lingo. So let me try. If I manage to work that out. Yes, I have successfully interpreted the instructions, which reminds me, I can probably see if I can learn. What do we have? So he's French. We're all Frenchmen, I believe, at this point. So there's nobody I could actually learn. The language from. I could do some sparring since we're here with Mathieu the Tyrant. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a bit of a sparring match between myself and Mathieu. And the campfire has been completed. We'll do that in a minute. Right, for a few brief moments, Mathieu and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my sword ready to defend myself while he clutches his mace firmly to hand. This fight might only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. All right, so let's see. He's gone high. I can go in with speed for an opening and see if I can get through his guard. So let's see. So that's a high medium. Let's go with that. My form is good and his stance is a disaster. We're still evenly matched though. So he's gone no success and low injury, but he went for handicap. So he's reduced my prowess from the dual handicap. However, I could go with medium low, no chance. So either way, there's not much. Medium low is probably the best. So we'll just do a confident attack and see if we can break his guard. Yes, confidence is half of any fight, and I throw out fluidly quick slashes with all the confidence of the seasoned expert. Mathieu does his best to ward me off, but he's entirely on the defensive, and his guard is only getting weaker and sloppier with each blow. When the opportunity presents itself, I knock his mace flying with one powerful cleave, and like that, the bout is decided. I am victorious, but he has been a bit holding a grudge about it. I put my weapon down and turn to him, giving him a customary round of applause. He does the same. Well fought, my boss. You bested me fair and square, he says. This practice will surely serve us well, should there be war in the future. Okay, so I have gained chivalric motivation for 10 years. And but he has begun holding a grudge against me, so we do have to keep a bit of an eye on that. If that is something, and he is somewhat wounded, but he's holding a grudge since I have bested him in the duel. So if he cannot take a loss like a man, then we'll deal with the situation when it gets to it. For now, we are making our way through the somewhat more dangerous forests here. And yes, I do need to actually upgrade the camp. Can I do this while we're moving? I might be able to, yeah. So we do want to get the, what was that? The local hangar zone, because that, oh, that's only for explorers, dang it. I thought I could get this for because it was it's intrigue lifestyle. I thought I could get this for freebooters. Oh well, that would have been nice. Anyway, then we'll just get the juicy rumors, and that is expensive, but it doubles the amount of, or it gives us 50% extra coin when we are doing criminal contracts. Talking about which, there are there contracts in the area? It does say, oh, that's over there. It wishes us to fight corruption. Yeah, we're not dealing with that sort of thing. It's not a criminal contract, is it? I believe. Yeah, no, that's. We could do that sort of thing, but for now we'll move on to the barony of Pamplona while we're making our way through the mountains, and we will deliver our emissary. Yeah, I am an interloper in the Iberian struggle, but honestly, I do not see myself getting involved in any of that because, well, we're here to make coin, not to deal with other things. We have visited the Kingdom of Navarra, has given us some lifestyle experience, which is nice, and I should now head back to my camp. I have we are allowed by the King of Navarra to remain at his castle. We'll see if he regrets that. But for now, he pays us 85 coin, and we are going to head back to camp, and we'll see what else we can do around here. There are a few opportunities. People want people abducted, but burning a property sounds like a reasonably good thing to do next. So we've got a few contracts. Let's have a quick look at the castle, and I still need somebody as my personal physician. So let's have a look what the locals have to talk about. We've got exotic stewardship. Anybody up for recruitment? We've got a witch and an herbalist. She might be. She has some obscure sickness herself. She might work out. She's got a pretty high learning and herbalist. But the question is, how much would she want? And that's usually, 174. We've got an herbalist and a miracle worker, but she's already at death's door. Or we get Aznar, who is good with a blade, but other than that, so potentially only Nunya de la Turque. I think, it's not quite worth it. Let's see. I think let's see if we can steal some supplies since we're here. Isn't that the king over there? It is, and 300 supplies just walk out of it. So let's head back to camp, and then next up we will probably make our way through the Andalusian lands for a bit and see if we can maybe burn some property while we are upgrading the camp, and we're still pretty good in coin. The other thing we could also do is we could move to the city of Tafalla and see if they have some objects for sale that would make our lives a little bit easier.